You guys, I'm not looking very demure today, but you can't always have your cake and eat it, right? Is that and eat it? Is that the right thing to say? Anyway, welcome back. Don't mind my hair, you guys. My cornrows they were already screaming, "Take me out! Take me out! Take me!" And I'm like, okay. So I had to get with the program and actually take it out. And you guys, I lost a chunk of my hair. Like, why was it? I've had to be fair, I've had that cornrows for what's it called? Why am I feeling so nervous to talk? And I've been wanting to talk because it's a new week. New week means new upload. But back to my hair face, right? I lost a chunk of hair, but to think that they said the more you keep in your hair, the more your hair grew. But mine is breaking. What? It makes no sense. Duh. Anyway, this is what my hair is looking like. Honestly, I don't like the fact that it's not looking very demure right now. I have this very big ass pimple. Anyway, you guys, is popping. Welcome back to a new, should I say series? No, not a series, a new episode. Yeah, that's the word. Should I turn off this fan? Hello? But then if I switch it off, I'll be sweating. And nobody has that time. Okay, so lighting me. Oh my god, is there really beauty in delay? I was telling you people how my NYC, I was waiting for a call-up letter and they didn't give it to me. And ideally, when you register for NYC, they are to give you a call-up number 24 hours. And me, I should have suffer me beauty. I was trying to fight my intuition of telling me that I'm not gonna go because I was trying to be very optimistic, right? But you guys, guess what? After 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, my stuff didn't show up, my call-up didn't show up. I went to lodge a complaint at a secretariat, an NYC secretariat for that matter. They told me to write down my email, write down my details, that they will see what they can do about it. Apparently, a bunch of students had already gone a day before I went there, right? So it was just more like, it was just sauce. Wait, why am I looking like this? I don't understand. Should I move back? But be able to hear me. But if I move forward, I feel I just don't feel very demure right now. Imagine I had a wig on maybe, but I need to wash my hair tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, back to the program, right? So I went to see the secretariat. I went to complain. So I complained, right? After giving out my details and everything, I was already expecting, oh god, because I was being optimistic. You guys, I've been in this house since if I can remember properly, since July. July was the time I was coming and going, and I probably came back home after school last year, August. If I do, is it August? I think it was August too. Was it August? I think it was August, September, thereabout. I'm not sure, but I've sure been in this house since last year. And NYSC is mandatory. You have to go every graduate in Nigeria. It's something you have to do after your uni, right? So I felt okay, after my uni, I go for NYC, and definitely I'm not gonna serve in where I grew up. What the fuck? I've been here all my life. The only getaway I had, right? The only getaway I had was when I schooled in uni. That was the only time I had to leave my house for 5 years. So it was now that I'm actually back here, what now? You guys, I can't even make it up. The thought of actually coming back here in uni, when I was in uni, actually gave me the gypsies. I was dreading it so bad because I know that I didn't want to come back home. But God is saying, nah. Oh, more plant, money for God literally said, my Joeloju baby. I'm not looking very demure. Oh, why is this pimple here? Anyway, I got back home and I was very sad about it because honestly I thought when I was on uni I would just enter the world, and obviously everything was very, very exhilarating for me. I felt okay, yes, it was time. But then God had other plans. He told me to come back. He made it so that I would come back to this place. For what, if you'd ask me? I'm guessing for character development. You see, let me tell you, when I was done with uni, I was very, very anxious. I was nervous. I don't know what to do. I finished uni when I was 20.
You're 20?
Yeah.
It's okay. No one has to know, baby girl.
Was it 20? 21? Yes, 21. I'd already clocked 21. But I finished uni when I was 20, right? So I finished uni when I was already 20, or I was 20 years old. I turned 21 after like my graduation. So it was like, I was very, very unfamiliar with, the new beginnings. What would happen to me now? I knew like I didn't want to come back home, but at the same time I was anxious. I wish I said, oh God, what would I do? And to think that I didn't have anybody to lay these things, or like how I was feeling too, those were very depressing times for me. Obviously, like, it's a new beginning. How am I going to navigate my life now I'm like literally like in the real world, kind of like, do you understand? Now things are actually getting like mad serious. So I was anxious a lot. Okay, I was already trying to have an alliance on how I wouldn't come back home, because honestly I don't like the fact that I'm always there, because this place doesn't excite me. I can't lie. I've lived here all my life. Like, I can't lie. It doesn't excite me. I don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere. In fact, I don't want to have anything to do with this place. So I was looking forward to go for NYSC. But before NYSC, I'd already gone to check out a new place I would like to stay. Should I just say, I did an experiment, myself and my relative. Okay, we tried looking for like where to stay, in this new place, because I didn't want to leave my school back to this side, because I knew there's something about me coming back home. It's not exciting for me. In fact, it's rather depressing, if I do say so for myself. Okay, and at the time when I finished uni and I was about to pivot into a new era, I felt like that was the best thing to do at the time, because it's coming back wasn't something that was actively on my mind, because I knew that there was nothing here for me. Especially the fact that I knew that I wanted to be a content creator. I needed to go and get with the program where it is hard. Do you understand? Like, that was my thought at the time. But inside me, something inside me was saying something isn't right. You see, sometimes your gut feeling, your intuition, spirit of discernment, whatever it is you want to call it, works together for your good. I'm telling you, like, they literally so work more like this to actually work for your good. I can't even make it up, right? Whilst I was going around trying to look for where I would stay, because I didn't want to leave my uni and come back home. Like, what would I be doing at home? Like, what am I doing now? Do you understand? Like, it's like I feel like I have to be doing something. And at the same time, at the time, I was always dealing with anxiousness. I was very much in a depressive episode. Well, not exactly depressive episode, but I was always nervous. Ouch, damn, ow, what am I doing again? I was always anxious. So I felt like, oh my God, it's so good to think like the fact I'm saying it, I can remember how I used to feel, right? I was like, I don't want to come back home. Obviously, like, I had dreams, like, obviously, like, I'm done with school, because I never really liked school. I can't lie, like, okay, I just did it because, okay, yeah, of course you have to go through school. Maybe no talk say, go school. I've just never really been like the bookworm type. Like, I'm not really like every book, like book like that. The way I graduated, the way I left my uni was God all the way. I can't even lie. It saw me through. My 100 level to my 500 level, I'm telling you, God saw me through. So I was expectant that, okay, now that I'm done with, okay, the normal mandatory rules, obviously go to school, go to secondary school, go to uni, now I can have time for my own life. But what exactly am I going to do with my own life? Okay, I was also going through one very, very, very confusing time in my life towards something very personal, right? So I was like, gosh, I was stuck. I was really stuck. So I felt like, oh, what I needed to do, I needed to just do everything fast. Okay, when I'm done with uni, I'll just go to this new place, I'll start my life, I'll come. But God literally said, girl, wake the fuck up. What do you think this is? Nickelodeon? Ouch. God was literally telling me that, what do you think this is? Nickelodeon? And I'm like, oh wait. We searched for a place that we could stay, myself and my relative at the time. Something didn't just feel right. You guys, I know, aside that, I didn't see where I could genuinely stay. I knew that with the kind of person I am, I didn't want to stay with anybody. I didn't have enough funds to even be able to live alone, let alone collect an apartment, let alone. Do you understand? So it was like, what then should I now do? I didn't have a choice than to just pack my things back home, which was such a dreadful moment for me, because I knew that I knew it in my heart, like, this place isn't for me. I can just feel it. Okay, I'm somebody that, like, I have really, like, should I say, I'm very different. I'm very, very different. And me, I don't believe in, oh, I know this place, I'm comfortable with this place. I'm sorry, I don't want. Okay, I've been here all my life, like having to come back, knowing fully well there is no motion for me here. Like somebody tell you, oh, it doesn't matter. Me, I know it in my heart that there is no motion for me where I am at. But for some reason, whilst I was going kitty kata kata, trying to find a new place, still avoiding the fact that I didn't want to come back. In the midst of everything, I felt like God was still trying to tell me something, like it was trying to tell me that I'm not right or something. See, to think that like everything about my own life, it's always, should I just say, it moves in a different way. Because something is happening at this particular stage, it doesn't yield for me that particular stage. It's like me, I always have to wait later for things, and I don't know why. At first I used to ask God, why is my own different? My own is always different. Why? Like literally, like so many instances, and sometimes it gets me sad. Like now my own, they ever did different. Why? Like why? Even ever since I was a kid, and it was something that has actually stuck with me for the longest. It's like I always like face rejection. I face like, and to be honest, like I just always feel very like sad, because I'm like, what is wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with me. Like I've prayed, I've fasted, I've done everything it is that I can actually do. Okay, but I still notice a particular pattern in my life, and then now it's like I was just asking God, like, what's going on? I was looking for like the apartment. Something didn't feel right. We didn't see the right place to stay. Everything was just looking like it's not yet time. Okay, so I had to come back home literally and just set up. And let me tell you something, even when I didn't see where to stay, even immediately after school, because I knew for a fact that I'm meant for something more. Do you understand? It's a different thing when you don't even know what you feel, or you don't know who you are. Okay, you accept what it is. But it's different when you feel it in your soul and deep down in your heart that there is something different for me. I don't know what it is, but something is not right somewhere, okay? And this is a feeling that I genuinely don't know how to explain to anybody. It's just something that literally tingles in my heart that, something is very sauce. Like, it's not happening, okay? And God didn't actually make it happen, because everywhere that I saw, I just couldn't see myself living there. I just couldn't see myself staying there. And I just couldn't see myself staying with anybody either. I won't lie to you. Like, it's like, I'm someone that really likes to stay alone, like a lot. Like I literally like strive and thrive being alone, like having my own space, talking to myself, having time for myself by myself in my own space. It gives me comfort, right? So I was like, the thought of actually coming back home, I used to have a place back in school because I was by myself a lot, okay, a lot. So I already understood like the mechanism at which I actually operated, or I had actually operated. So the fact that I had to change that to a new environment, and of course I've been doing for a very long time. Like since I've changed, I have changed. Everything has changed. Like, bruh, I don't even want to get into details, Sha. So anyway, I didn't find where to stay. I didn't find anything, and I'm like, maybe God literally wants me to stay back, which I was really sad about it, because I'm like, why is my own different? When all this kind of thing was hard, okay, but then I'm like, okay, I'm going to come back home, because I felt like that was the right thing to do, right? So while staying back at home, I noticed and I really felt why God needed me to stay back. You guys, do you know the amount of healing that I did whilst I was at home? Do you know the amount of recognition that I did for myself, with myself, whilst I was at home? Do you know the amount of time I spent with myself while I was alone? The amount of solitude I had whilst being in this space? It's like God needed me to see, like, I wasn't ready for what I was anxious about. Funny enough, like whilst I was rushing, like, I wanted to get a place, I wanted to just be by myself, I was actually like like I just wanted to start my dream. I want to be a content creator. Let me go to where it's at. God was trying to tell me that, T ready. I mean, come on, look at yourself. Who are you? What do you like? What do you know about yourself? Okay, it's different how you've been moving in times and seasons, people telling you what to do. Imagine before you went to uni, obviously your parents are telling you do this, do that, okay? Even whilst you had the tingling sound inside you that you were meant for something more, you just didn't know what it was, right? Now you're done with uni. Now is the time to self-reflect. Now is the time to plan. Now is the time to build habits. Now is the time to actually see the reflection of yourself. Now is the time to actually know the kind of person I'm trying to make you become, okay? Ferocious process. But she very precious before the Benny now. But right now, you take your time.
See, I pull up to the party. Yeah, yeah. Put on up a Bacardi. Yeah, yeah. See this girl from my ring.
And I was like, I'm ill. I know what I'm doing. Like, body, like. Because I can't lie, I was rushing because honestly, I can't lie, like I was running away from a lot of stuff. And if you know me, you know she's a runner, she's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. Yup, that's me. Like when it gets hard, you guys, I'm actually boom, boom, boom. You're not actually gonna see me anymore.
You have to move sharply. Yeah, yeah.